All right, Fight Kind Entertainment MMA fans, here we go. 3 3-minute rounds, bantamweight action, and when the action starts, the man in charge, Mr. Rob Hines. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He represents Victory MMA, coming to us all the way from Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, weighing at 135.5 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Serpent, Alex Shevtsov. His opponent represents Team Cologne. He hails from Crown Point, Indiana, at 135 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, young Chuck, Cristian Medrano. Here we go.
Alrighty, back calling the action. Tyler Jones, Cristian Reynoso. We've got a big fight on our hands here. Alex Shevtsov representing, looks to be Victory Martial Arts against Cristian Medrano out of Team Cologne, who got a huge pop on the walk to the cage. How about that, Tyler?
That was awesome. That's how you get the crowd going, man. And when you walk out like that, you get that reaction. It really helps you kind of getting out there. So here in an open stance, as Shevtsov is an orthodox, and Medrano is in the southpaw here.
Yeah, Medrano comes out representing Team Cologne, obviously a very established team in this area. Catches the kitch immediately taking the back, grabs that tight waist as Shevtsov looks to use the cage to turn and face Medrano and kind of get back that positioning. Reaching. Here he is.
Good overhook here by Shevtsov. It's the right thing to do in this position. All you got to do here is kind of wait for your opportunity to go. Use that overhook. Put a frame in across the neck, across the collarbone, and circle off that fence.
Little dirty boxing from Medrano here as he lets go of the single leg.
Nice.
Go ahead and gets twisted off the cage, pulled off the cage by Alex. Alex with a nice jab from the southpaw stance.
Alex looks to be very comfortable on his feet. Good inside leg kick here. He keeps switching stances seamlessly. It's always good as well.
Yeah, so Alex came out in the orthodox stance, now going southpaw back to orthodox. Very comfortable on the feet. From the time I saw the fight card, I was told Alex had the kickboxing background.
Oh, he's getting caught here, though.
Ooh.
Oh, man, he's pouring it on him.
Oh, yeah, Medrano throwing the heavy hooks, left, right.
Oh,
Chins are in the air, the punches are flying.
Shevtsov came in with the check hook and stopped that right away.
Oh, Alex is not phased one bit. Look at him, he waves him on, switching stances. Let's go, he says.
Good inside leg kick here to just touch it.
I don't like the way, I'm getting a little nervous the way that, I was about to point that out. Alex is kind of throwing out that low kick, and Medrano was dropping his hands. Usually that just means the head kick's going to follow.
Yep, 100%, especially from that mismatched stance. That liver is open all day. There's a good jab, I think.
Here behind us, maybe you catch our...
We got some...
we got some drama. As Brian Angelo shouting to the guys catching a free show, telling them to come on in and enjoy the live action here. Here we are at Bulldog Park enjoying these great fights. Cristian Medrano still continuing to move forward.
By one of the hardest things to do in this smaller cage is deal with that chaos range when someone's coming at you, and Shevtsov is doing a great job doing that. He's covering well, jumping the guillotine here.
He is, however, leaving that kick out there. I'm not quite certain if he's throwing a low kick, kind of light in an effort to set up the big head kick like we mentioned earlier. But what he is doing is he's leaving his leg out there, and that's the second time that Cristian was able to grab it. This time turning it into a takedown, maybe threatening the back now.
Great job sinking this in. He's got a hook in, but Shevtsov might be able to turn around and reverse this position. End of the round though, so good time to go for this. Burn the arms out if you need to. Oh, he's across the face, but he should be good here.
Yeah, I think Alex knew he had the clock on his side at that point. Medrano didn't exactly have his hooks in, and he never had the hand under the chin exactly, but we know that sometimes that doesn't matter if you got a good enough squeeze.
100%, and with that short a time amount left in the round, always just a good idea to go for it and see what you can get.
Yeah, if nothing else, it looks good in the eyes of the judges.
100%.
Not that we're looking to leave it in their hands anyways.
So far, we've seen the decisions kind of vary in terms of what we see as bystanders in the crowd, but that's a tough job, so we'll leave the judging to them.
Exactly.
I don't want to do it.
Tyler kind of maybe maybe sort of referring to some questionable judging earlier, but whatever the case.
Allegedly,
right? Exactly. I can neither confirm or deny any of this stuff. Hopefully, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it out of the judges' hands for the rest of the night. Here we are with the second round. Cristian Medrano out of Team Cologne. Alex Shevtsov coming out of Victory.
I'd like to see Shevtsov work a little more on the feet, be a little more active. He's very smooth. I just want to see some more output because in the dead air, it allows Medrano to kind of walk in, throw some shots, throw some flurries, and then get into a grappling situation. If he could stay long with that jab, long with that teep, long with that inside leg kick, it'll do it. It'll pay his dividends for sure.
Looks to me that maybe he was trying to get, kind of get the feel of his opponent. There's that, that kick that he kind of leaves out there, and Medrano's kind of easily snatching it up. And whatever the case, it did not lead to a takedown this time. Continuing to move forward is Alex.
And if Shevtsov's seeing that reaction from Medrano, I'd like to see him throw that kick and throw the rear hand right after it, like while it's in the air. Almost Superman punch-esque, because if his hands are down catching that kick, good side kick there by Shevtsov. Oh, can't flying knee.
And you definitely can't leave your kicks out there. Medrano has him against the cage. I'm going to go ahead and take a leap and say Medrano's maybe the stronger fighter here.
Yeah.
I was chatting to one of his teammates from Team Cologne earlier, our broadcast partner Lloyd Carter, saying, yeah, this kid's tough. He's young. He moves forward. He throws hard. He's scrappy, and we're seeing all that thus far out of young Cristian Medrano here.
Man, as a southpaw myself, I almost cringe every time they're throwing rear inside leg kicks. It's so dangerous. The ability to cross-check is there so easily on the receiving end.
Kind of mentioned it earlier, Tyler. We're not seeing a lot behind those kicks. Yeah. Alex kind of placing those kicks out there as feelers maybe, but not necessarily following it up with punches.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good rear straight there.
He's one of those fighters, though, Tyler, that kind of makes you feel like he's like something's in store. There's something here. He's setting him up.
There it is.
Nice.
He threw that kick and threw a hand right behind it, but don't get your back up. Good takedown by Medrano.
Beautiful. The kick is left out again by Alex. Cristian grabs it, chases him down. Tight waist to the takedown. Here we are inside the guard of Alex. Some ground and pound from Cristian Medrano.
Good stand up there. And you know what? In both times, he caught him.
Peppering shots.
Shevtsov is all over him. But Medrano's coming back.
Not afraid to come forward.
This is turning into a dogfight, my friend.
The fans are getting into this one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is looked in the beginning to be a real kind of striking sort of strikers match. It's turning into a bit more of a brawl.
I gotta say, Georgie Medina brings the best fans here. They are always.
They're here for their fighter, but more than anything, I'd say they are some fight fans.
Yes,
they're getting into this as they fill the arena. They are also getting into this fight.
Shevtsov seems to have more success from the southpaw stance, and again, speaking to the fact I'm a southpaw as well, and it is tougher to deal with someone when they're fighting you southpaw because we just see that mismatched lead so often that when someone ends up switching to southpaw, it's like, where are my weapons? Where's my liver kick? Where's my rear hand? Where's the pawing, the hand fighting? It's not there anymore. So it's interesting that he finds more success there.
Well, it's clear that he was finding success, and Cristian saw it as well, as after that striking exchange, Cristian wanted no part, runs a nice double leg, puts him in the fence puts him in the opposite side of the cage. Nothing really materializes of that, but clearly didn't want any more of that striking exchange with Alex Shevtsov.
And Shevtsov, too, what I'm impressed with on the ground is his ability to regain guard. His guard retention is very good. He seems to be very flexible and have good dexterity with his legs. He got taken down in side control a couple times. He was able to jailbreak and get straight to butterflies or straight to full guard without too much lag time, Sometimes you get stuck in those positions and you catch 5, 6, 7 peppering shots just to get back to your home base of guard, and that could wear on you, but he's doing a great job negating that.
Absolutely. We saw Cristian land in full guard, dropping some big shots, but before we knew it, Alex had him back on the feet, and he was back to throwing his peppering shots, and here we are going into the third round.
He's pumped up.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Seeing a little fire. Again, I said it. It felt like we're waiting on something, and here he is picking up the pace going into the third and final round.
There we go. Now, how do we score this so far? I think a round apiece is at least how I see it, but you can never know.
It was one of those things where they both kind of did good things in each round. Medrano definitely pushing the pace in the first round, and Alex landing some good shots in the second. So I'd agree, maybe one apiece, but we're not really certain what the judges are seeing today.
I'd like to see Medrano, as he comes forward with these flurries, put a level change in there. Get Shevtsov's hands dropping down and then come back up with the punches, because it's pretty obvious, I think, that Shevtsov is aware of the grappling situations. He knows that Medrano wants to get this to the ground or in this dirty boxing range. And, oh, man.
Oh!
There we go. But see, Shevtsov always backs up when Medrano throws those flurries.
That's a good point. You know, Alex has been the one getting his back put against the fence, as Cristian is oftentimes pushing forward.
Right.
But when he does turn him and when he has Cristian on the cage, he finds success. But like you've mentioned, he kind of just takes his foot off the gas and brings it back to the center of the cage.
Right.
Oftentimes, you'll see strikers are more comfortable in the center of the cage where they have a little more room to work.
Right.
Here's a double leg attempt from Medrano.
He needs to get that overhook. I would abandon that guillotine, go to that overhook.
I mean, if I'm Medrano here, I lower my level and I continue to suck up those legs. It kind of seems to be where he's having success.
100%.
But Alex doing a good job of kind of hiking him back up, and creating more of a clinch.
He's switching to a single leg here. He's got his head on the inside. Look for him to take a big step with that outside leg, and he abandoned it, it seemed. That overhook is really stopping anything from happening from Medrano's end.
Although we're definitely seeing a slowing of pace from both fighters. Maybe a little bit more from Cristian.
Oh, man.
A jumping scissor roundhouse
landed clean.
That connects. Yeah, that's right.
Across the chin there.
A little Karate Kid with a twist there as he hits it into a roundhouse across the chin of Medrano. Alex with the highlight reel kick.
And I like how Alex is hitting off the break. That's something he didn't do in rounds 1 and 2, but he's doing it
There
now.
we go.
He's got to kick hard. When someone's got your foot like that, kick hard. Big takedown by Medrano.
Huge takedown.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to affect how the judges score this fight if Medrano can keep the fight here.
Medrano's got to pour it on right now. Pour it on, because I would probably say that he's gotten walked down this round. The round's probably not going in his favor. I'd like to see him really push the pace here.
If nothing else, at this point, Medrano needs to absolutely secure the position and hold the position.
Yeah.
It's really his only chance at winning the fight if we are to stay on the ground.
Yeah,
if they're just kind of sliding all over each other with no real punches landing, I don't necessarily know if he's going to be getting
Good
enough.
back take here. Shevtsov's guard recovery is legit.
10 seconds.
Here he goes. Someone's leaking. It looks like it's Medrano's nose, I believe. Great fight. Great fight.
A back and forth fight that absolutely Alex kind of picked up the pace as he went on. We both kind of sat here, not so much critique, but noticed Alex is a little bit slower off the opening bell. Medrano kind of pushing the pace. But as we saw the fight progress, Alex really started to land some real nice clean shots, and looks to be the first and only one to draw blood tonight.
Yeah. Great fight. Both of these guys have experience, but as we talked about, Shevtsov had some kickboxing experience going into this fight, and it was very smart of Medrano to really push him up against the fence. This is, like we talked about, this is a smaller cage, so cage work and grappling exchanges are probably going to be more common than any open fighting from any kick ranges or punching range.
Alrighty, there we see Alex representing his flag inside the cage as the judges get their scorecards together.
It's from, I think they said Kyrgyzstan, which is typically a grappler, a very grappling heavy origin, but he was great with the striking tonight.
Yeah, he went out there, used his reach, used his range. A lot of movement, kind of switching from that orthodox to southpaw stance, kind of keeping Cristian guessing the whole time.
It really does help, man. I think we see the best guys at the highest level seamlessly change stances. Max Holloway, Zabit Magomed-Sharipov, all these guys constantly, seamlessly changing stances in between strikes, in between combinations. It really does play with your opponent's head, and Shevtsov did a good job of kind of...
Bulldog Park crowd point! Let's hear it for these awesome warriors!
Great fight.
What a matchup! Once again, we go to the judges and the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. And all three judges score it 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Alex Shevtsov!
Okay. I could see how they would have judged that time, so Alex Shevtsov with the unanimous decision.
It's a tough fight. Yeah, a lot of boos pouring in, as Cristian does have a lot of fans here. You know, nothing to feel bad about, though. That's a great fight for both fighters. Both guys got a lot of experience out there. I mean, it's natural. Your fans, your family, your friends are gonna be they're gonna think the decision should have gone the other way.
Somebody's got to lose in this scenario, right?